Hello everyone, and welcome to the Sims lore. In today's video, I'll be looking at the announcement of the new Sims 4 pack, Star Wars Journey to Batuu. This video will be partly looking at why EA is making this pack, and partly an investigation into why it doesn't work. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and get ready for this one because it's juicy. So let's look back to early August 2020, during one of the worst years in recent history. With a global pandemic and economic recession, we once again found refuge in The Sims. Suddenly, a new pack icon was leaked. The Sims fan community shook with excitement and began speculating on what it could possibly be. Suggestions varied from winter resort, space, underwater, and even Vikings. Finally, EA acknowledged that there would be a new pack coming out and that it would be announced at Gamescom on the 27th of August. As we all sat on the edge of our seats, we waited to hear the announcement for the brand new 10th expansion pack for The Sims 4.
The Sims latest game pack. Check this out.
Oh. So why are we getting a Star Wars pack in The Sims? Well, it all begins in a galaxy far, far away. In 2013, Disney signed a deal with EA, giving them exclusive rights to make Star Wars games for the next 10 years. Since EA made this deal with Disney, there has been lots of rumors that neither of them have been happy with it. So why merge The Sims and Star Wars? If you guys watch the Gamescom announcements, there's 3 Star Wars games coming out this year, 2 of which are from EA. Clearly, there is a huge push and lots of pressure to bring out more Star Wars themed games and content. But why specifically a Star Wars themed game in The Sims? Especially when the community wanted so many other packs and issues addressed. It's as if no one's listening. Well, Star Wars has a huge following and obviously a lot of fans, and therefore, some Sims fans seem genuinely excited about this pack. Others don't really mind, but most of the Sims fans within the community are not happy. In fact, they're furious. Looking at the comments on this Reddit post, for example, shows the general feeling amongst the community. One comment reads, "Yes, because all the other packs aren't for money, just this one." I agree with this. This is just another example of cash grab expansion packs that no one asked for, overpriced, disappointing to us. The fans are sick of it. We all bought the Sims 4 game, and there is no reason why all these expansion packs cost so much. This leads us to look at the reasons why this pack doesn't work. In an article by Escapist magazine in January of 2019, they wrote, "If Ben & Jerry's made ice cream the way EA made games, then the only flavor would be Mountain Dew and Cheetos. When nobody wanted this syrupy yellow ice cream, the company executives would shrug and claim that the market had shifted because people didn't like ice cream anymore." EA has changed what The Sims is supposed to be so many times that it's unrecognizable to the very fan base who have been following it from the start. So if EA keeps getting it wrong with all of the new overpriced packs that no one even asked for, then it isn't surprising that people don't want to play them. A linear storyline gameplay doesn't mesh well with the open-ended gameplay style of The Sims. Sure, we're nudged in the right direction when playing some pre-made families or with career progression, but it's still open to the player what kind of world you want to create. This looks to be another one-time play pack where there's a short storyline that takes a couple of hours to complete, and once it's over, you're left with some disappointing outfits and an empty world. Space travel, aliens, the supernatural, or even time travel is not a stranger to the Sims franchise. Not everyone enjoys these unrealistic gameplay aspects, but at least these packs were original, creative, and worked within the Sims universe. Expansion packs throughout The Sims 2 and 3 were always varied, but in general there was a lot of attention to detail and effort put into each one. The reason the pack doesn't work isn't because it's a branded pack. For example, 2 packs that worked really well are the H&M and IKEA packs that shipped with The Sims 2. They worked because they're realistic places a lot of ordinary people shop at, and they're relatable. On the other hand, there are other branded packs that haven't worked as well, such as the Sims 3 Katy Perry Sweet Treats pack and the Sims 4 Moschino Stuff pack. Personally, I never understood why there was a Katy Perry pack. It always seemed to me like an attempt at PR for her, and it just didn't fit in with the Sims world. The Moschino pack was similar. Like H&M and IKEA, it was a PR stunt to advertise through The Sims. However, Moschino is a high-end designer label that very few people can afford to buy. Besides, the actual pack itself was terrible and it didn't even work. But despite all of this, neither the Katy Perry nor the Moschino pack come even close to the branded hellscape that is The Sims 4 Star Wars Journey to Batuu.
It was this incredible adventure at Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World Resort that inspired The Sims' latest game pack. Check this out.
I'm not a fan of branded content in The Sims, but I could live with Katy Perry, Moschino, H&M, and IKEA being in the same universe. However, as a Sims lore scholar, I refuse to accept that The Sims is now in the same universe as Star Wars. Star Wars is a self-contained universe with its own expanded set of lore. Instead of the developers taking time and effort to develop characters and family storylines already in The Sims, they've decided to lazily insert an already self-contained world of characters and storylines as a pack. There are so many other things that they could have done that's never been done before. Here's a few that I would love. Introducing new families with actual storylines, or even a murder mystery pack. Let's actually have a look at a list of things that EA ignored in order to make this Star Wars pack. Number 1. Babies. Babies in The Sims 4 are unfinished. They're basically tied to a piece of furniture and they act as just an object to interact with. But hey, now I guess we can have an R2-D2. Number 2. Cars. There's no cars in The Sims 4, but the Millennium Falcon will just have to do. Number 3. Worlds. There's a huge lack of worlds to be explored, but hey, I guess we now have Batuu. Number 4. Skin tones. There's a lack of varied, darker skin tones in The Sims 4 that has not been addressed. Number 5. Bugs. And no, I don't mean little critters, although that would be pretty cool too. There's just way too many glitches throughout the game that it's sometimes borderline unplayable. Number 6. Hotels. Number 7. Schools. Number 8. Farming. Number 9. Taxis. Number 10. The list goes on, but by the time I'll be finished, a new $40 game pack will have been released already. One of the best parts I love about The Sims are the families and the stories behind them, but out of all of the games in the franchise, The Sims 4 has the least developed and fleshed out family storylines of all. Not to mention that unlike every other Sim game, they've completely disregarded past lore, and as a result, The Sims 4 has no continuity from the previous games. To cover up these mistakes, the Sims 4 team issued a statement claiming that The Sims 4 was in an alternate universe, so as a result, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? They don't really care about world building, despite the fact that it's a highly requested thing by the community. This edition of the Star Wars pack is just another way for the developers to not have to come up with any new, creative, or interesting ideas to bring to The Sims. EA's strategy is to avoid anything risky that they would think might not sell enough, and as a result, there's nothing creative or interesting about the pack. They know that they aren't taking a risk, even though the community hates the Star Wars pack. They don't care because it's still going to sell well. How do they know this? Well, here's a poll. They literally made the least popular vote on the board. The Star Wars fan base is huge, and there would be enough Star Wars fans that are also Sims fans to justify this pack. Even though the Star Wars fans are a minority within the fan base, as evidenced by this poll. Overall, I personally feel heartbroken because like most of you, I've grown up with The Sims and seeing the way EA treats it is really disappointing. I also feel like no one with the platform in the Sims community is standing up for the fans against EA, and we're all just supposed to settle with whatever new pack they release. I hope that EA listens to the Sims community, especially with several new life simulation games coming out on the near horizon, such as Paralives. And considering they wouldn't want a repeat of the SimCity Build It and Cities Skylines fiasco where SimCity fans jumped to the competitor due to the extensive problems in SimCity. They might actually lose the Sims fanbase if they keep doing this. What do you guys think? Are you excited for this pack? Let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, there you have it. My thoughts on this upcoming pack and why EA hasn't been listening to the community. I'd like to thank my patrons Olivia McSwain, Negative Dana, Papa Khan, Artsy Flashback, Nathan Lim, and Caitlin Luigi. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. That's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and let me know your theories in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter for more lore and updates. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!